Okay, here we are at the bottom of page 2. We're in section 4.4, page 2b on the videos. And we are now going to review the 3 forms of the linear equation. I realized I had some extra paper under here. Let's get that moved out of the way. And they are standard form, ax plus by is equal to c. This is what I like to call the formal version. This is the dressed up, ready to go out, ax plus by equals c. You've got the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. That's our focus right here in this particular section. And we are calling this our friend because this is going to give us everything we need to instantly graph. We're learning that that m represents the slope of the line, the b represents a good beginning point in the y-intercept. It gives us an instant point, and it gives us a movement of how we can get to the next point. It gives us a pattern there. And then finally, where we're going to go in 4.5 is the point slope form. This is the messiest of the 3. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. x1 and y1 are a particular point on the line, and m would be your slope again. Notice the names here are not that creative. Slope-intercept form, slope and intercept. Point-slope form. It uses a point and a slope. This I refer to as your fallback plan. If you're in the middle of a problem, either trying to create the graph or more importantly, usually trying to create the equation from given information, and you don't have the slope and the y-intercept, you'll want to fall back and use this one. And using any point and the slope, you can come up with the equation of the line. Okay, so in slope-intercept form, because that's our friend, that's what we're focused on in 4.4 here, we can instantly graph. And I do mean instantly, quicker than you can even describe it. You can instantly graph. Why? Because that b value is where you begin. And remember, and b is for begin. V is where you begin the line, and it's the y-coordinate of the y-axis, so you begin the line on the y-axis at the value that b is. And then m is how you move. And your m is your slope. So b is your beginning point. M is how you move. From that y-intercept to another point on the line. And once you've done that, you've created 2 points, and then you can connect the dots. Then all that's left is to connect those 2 dots. And of course, extend the line. In the time it took me to write out these instructions, you could have graphed probably 5, 6, 7, 8 lines, depending on how quick you are at drawing a straight line between 2 points. Okay, let's do a couple of these examples together, and then there'll be a try problem for you. And I left a little bit of a challenge in that try problem. Again, we're nearing the end of Math 60. I'm trying to push you, challenge you a little bit, so you do a lot of your own thinking and having to face things that you haven't seen before. And that will make you stronger. Okay, so don't panic, don't give up, keep pushing through. You're doing great. Okay, you've come a long, long way this term. Don't give up now. So let's do number 30 together. Y equals negative 2x plus 4. The very first thing we have to remember is that it has to be solved for y. Has to. Okay, it has to be in the y equals mx plus b form. If y is not alone, you do not have a complete picture of what those 2 pieces are. Y has to be alone on one side of the equation. Then you can pull out the pieces. So on all of these, y is by itself, including the try problem. Okay. So we start with where we begin, and if you need to, let's go ahead and write it out for yourself. Y equals mx plus b. And then b is where you begin. So we're going to begin at the point 0, 4, or just take 4 and draw and label it on the graph. Plot that point. So 0, 2, 3, 4. And then our slope, our m value, is how we move. So our slope is -2 over 1. What does that mean? That's our rise over our run. So we start at that intercept, and we're going to go down to a -2 over +1 means down. Why down? Because of the negative. And then the 1 is positive, so we go to the right 1. Do not apply the negative to both places. Okay, that would cause a different slope because you'd have negative over negative. That creates a positive. We need to maintain a negative slope here, a falling to the right as you look from left to right on the line, a falling down. So down 2 to the right 1. So we're going to go down 2 to the right 1. Down 2 to the right 1. You could go again to make yourself even more confident about these points. Down 2 to the right 1. You could even go 2 over -1. Up 2 and to the left 1. Those will also get you. Notice -2 over 1 is the same as 2 over -1. You could go up 2 and to the left 1 and you'll still land on that same line. Okay? So when you get confident enough that you have enough points to draw the line, and some of you will just need, if you have a ruler especially, you just need to go to one point and then line that ruler up and you've got it. Okay, let's do another one. Y equals 3/4 x minus 4. Instant graphing here. Y equals mx plus b, our slope-intercept form. Our slope is, let's draw the axes so I'm ready to go. Our intercept is -4. Notice that we take that sign with, because if you put in 0 for x, 3/4 times x is 0, y equals -4. So it's the point 0, -4. So we go all the way down here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the point 0, -4. And that's where we start. And over here we started at 0, +4. And then our slope is the number in front of the x, so our movement is going to be 3 over 4, which means we're going to go up 3 and to the right 4, or down 3 to the left 4. Negative over negative would give you that same positive slope. But let's go up 3. We're kind of down on the ground here, so 1, 2, 3, so we'll just keep moving up on the graph. Now these points are far enough apart, I feel like I have a good grasp of what the picture should be, so if I can kind of freehand draw this line straight enough. And then you could check, how did we do here? If I continue from another point, because the slope's the same no matter where you go. So if I continue up 3 and to the right 4, look at that, I land on the line again. Or if I went down 3 and to the left 4, look at that, I land right there on the line again. I did great. My little freehand drawing is coming along. All right, you try number 38, come up with that instant graph. Hit pause and then come back and check your work. Okay, so here we're back. The little challenge I did was, it was missing that B piece. It's like it has +0 there. There's where you start at 0, 0. There's our y-axis, there's our x-axis. So we're going to start at 0, 0. And then our slope is -4 over 3, and you'll want to decide, is it going to be -4 over 3 or is it going to be 3 over -4? They will both put you on the same line. You just want to be careful not to consider that negative to be applying to both. It's applying to either the top or the bottom, because that's the only way you get a negative slope. It can only be in one place. If you put it in both, you've created positive slope because you've got a negative over a negative. Okay? So, -4 over 3, 3 over -4. Let's start from here. We'll use the first one. We go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to the right 3. And if you want a little bit more, you could convince yourself that up 3 and to the left 4 would get you on that same line. Whoops, I went just a little too far. Oh yeah, down 4 to the right. No, I did okay. Up 3 and to the left. Oh, hi, sorry. No wonder that wasn't making sense. 4 over -3. Sorry, just, you don't get to flip them. Oh my goodness, that would create perpendicular there. Up 4 to the left 3. So I was able to catch my mistake because it wasn't looking straight, even to my squinty eyes there. We'll do a better job of that one on the try problem in class. Okay, so that is instant graphing from the equation straight to the graph. As long as you're in slope-intercept form, solve for y. Okay, let's go try page 3. We'll see you there.